Janet, I'm sorry that you're in the hospital right now, but I've got to leave you. Do your best with raising a little brat!
James? What are you trying to say here? I don't get what you're saying at all. What do you mean you're leaving?
Yeah, I can't do this anymore. I thought of just leaving quietly without too much of a hassle. But yeah, I thought it would leave a bad taste in your mouth either way. I've left you the divorce papers, so sign them up so that I can hurry up and get out of this marriage. Please.
Divorce papers? I'm sorry, but I have got absolutely no idea what you're trying to do. You do realize that I'm in the hospital right now about to give birth to our child, right?
Of course I get what's going on. But I have no intention of acknowledging that child's existence. I don't want it. Just try raising it on your own.
I don't believe this. Are you being serious, James? Is this some sort of prank you're pulling? It's just bad taste to be joking with me right now.
But this isn't a joke, Janet. You must know that.
What? Why are you doing this?
I've already left the divorce papers for you in the living room. So fill it out, sign it, and file it at the courthouse, please. It would be much appreciated.
Stop messing me about, James. You haven't even seen your child yet. What is this madness? Have you no sense of responsibility?
To be honest with you, I don't really much care for children. Just the sight of them makes me feel sick.
You're kidding me, right? You don't like kids?
It also makes me sick to know that you're giving birth to a child at the age of 42! If we think about this in a calming manner, you're an old hag having a child, Janet. What's it like to give birth at such an old age?
What kind of child do you think this is? You think it's bad that I'm giving birth to this child? Plus risking my own life in the process?
Look, I've had enough of all this crap. There, I said it clear and plainly for you. I'm going to get a divorce from you, so that I'm not with an old hag. Basically because I can't love a child that's coming from a miserable old hag like you.
Now, wait just a minute there, James. A child that's from a miserable old hag? What kind of person does that make you if you're going to completely insult your own flesh and blood, your own child, James?
No matter what, my low-leveled insults are nothing compared to an old hag giving birth to a brat. I've already decided what I've wanted to do, alright? After all, younger women are much better. I have no idea what I was thinking when we were getting married. I'm still only in my 30s, and you're in your 40s already? It's gross. I don't know how I managed to go along with that.
I can't believe the things you're saying. I'm barely that much older than you, and I was in my 30s just 2 years ago. I can't help getting older as time goes by. It's a natural part about being a human. You've picked the worst possible time to be doing this to me. It's such a cruel thing to up and abandon me like this.
Don't even worry about it. I'm just going to do whatever I want. If I'm being honest, I don't get why I married such an old hag in the first place. Next time, I'm definitely going to marry a younger woman. It's just going to be impossible for me to look after an old lady and a little brat if I want to be with a younger woman. If you think you're going to have trouble with raising the kid, then just get a live-in nurse. It's an impossible job for me to do.
I really didn't expect you to be saying things like this. I thought you wanted a child with me and to be happy together.
I knew that I couldn't do this when you found out that you were pregnant.
Wait, what? You felt like this since then? That was almost 9 months ago.
Well, I thought now would be a better time to let it all out. I thought that you getting pregnant at the age of 42 was just so wrong and gross. If an old hag was going to give birth to a little brat, I just knew I couldn't love you anymore. And so, I want a divorce. It's not right.
Fine, I get it. Have it your way then. We can break up.
Good job with bringing a child up on your own, Janet!
You've stooped too low and I'm done with this conversation. It's impossible to deal with you right now. I'll file the divorce papers once I've signed them. Don't even think about contacting me again. I don't want to hear from you. With all this, you've given up all your rights when it comes to our child.
Ha! I don't need anything else. I don't think this child is even mine. I think it's absolutely disgusting that you're having a child at your age. You're such an old hag, Janet.
Goodbye, James. I never want to be reminded of you ever again. Please get out of my life.
You don't need to even say anything. I'm out of here. I'll keep the checkbook that I left at the house.
What? The money from the checkbook? You took it?
Of course I took it. I'll take it as a parting gift for myself. On that note, I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself.
You can't just take the money as a gift. You're the one that should be paying me for all the things you've said and done. Nothing more you could say to me would change how low you've sunk in my book. Don't contact me again. I don't care about what you do anymore. Not to bother you or anything, but why the heck did you barge into my parents' house? You're so annoying, and you need to stop interfering in my life.
Janet, thank you for messaging me. I've been trying to get in contact with you, but you never answered me. I thought that I'd never see you again.
What are you talking about? I'm not seeing you, and I don't want to see you. I have no intentions to meet you.
Just you contacting me like this makes me really happy to hear from you.
Haven't you been listening to this conversation? Stop being a nuisance and barging into my parents' house.
I have to stop that? Why? It would be fine if you just met up with me. Then we'd have no problems.
You're giving me such bad vibes. What's your point in doing this, James?
I'm in tatters without you, Janet. I want us to fix what's broken.
Is this for real, James? After all you did to me, you want to be together again?
I'm begging you. Please forget those days long ago that I said those things to you. I want to be together. I shouldn't have dated a younger woman.
What the heck are you talking about, James? Why are you messing with me?
I'm not. Look, I'm sorry for what I've done. I dated a younger woman after I left you, and we were going to get married, but it ended up being a scam. She was a wedding scammer.
Oh, is that so? Oh, that's no good, James.
So I've been forced into debt as she took a lot of money from me. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I knew it wouldn't be good trying to marry someone younger than me. Younger women are just bad news. All I have is you now.
Now this is just making me feel sick to my stomach. What are you trying to say, James? I really hope that this is some kind of joke. Ha ha. Just what are you looking for when it comes to me? Because I have no clue anymore. Don't come to my parents' house anymore, okay? Or I'll call the police and notify them about you trying to get in.
Why would you do that to me? Please tell me where you're living now. I want to hang out with you. I'm good to go right now if you like.
Excuse me? You want to hang out? I have no plan on meeting you, James. No way.
I've been trying to find you for a while now, Janet, but you must have moved apartments or something. I didn't hear from you, so I was desperately trying to find out where you lived. That's why I went looking for you at your parents' house. Finally, you replied to my messages, and I'm so happy about that.
I'm not happy about this at all, and it's just getting beyond annoying now. So would you please just stop trying to contact me?
Okay, then we can just start all over again.
Are you nuts? Why are you in such a good mood with me now? Oh yeah, let's just start over. No way. That's not how this works after how awful you were to me.
I don't get it. Why not? I'm making amends for what I've said to you in the past.
It was over 2 years ago, James. To me, you're just a disgusting ex-husband who abandoned me for a younger woman. It would be such a hassle and a nuisance if someone suddenly just started looking for me again. Which is what you're being, James. What makes you think that the opposite can happen and I take you back, huh? You're just a piece of trash that I want gone.
What the heck, Janet? That's a bit of an exaggeration. Why are you being like this? You must be feeling lonely too, right? You're already 44? I'm talking to an old hag who's lonely and nobody cares about. I know that you were waiting for me to contact you. That's why I'm saying let's start all over. Don't you understand how kind I'm being right now?
You still have these types of misunderstandings for me just like before. You haven't changed one bit. Just because I'm older than you doesn't mean you can look down on me as something that doesn't sell. Why do you think of me as leftovers? Don't you remember how you broke up with me 2 years ago?
What? I don't get what you mean.
Around the time I was about to give birth to our child, you said a downright cruel thing. You said that you can't love a little brat that an old hag gave birth to. You abandoned a mother and daughter, all for a younger woman that you were running after. And you're really still trying to get back together with me, even though you deceived me. Are you paying attention to the reality of all this?
You're so certain about what I said to you. But I wasn't being that serious about it, Janet. I didn't have any confidence at that time. So I accidentally said those cruel things to you when it came to expressing my feelings. I really regret it, Janet.
Even if you regret it, it's got nothing to do with me now. If you regret what you said, then why don't you reflect on it so that you'll do better next time? It's too late with us. There's no next time for you and me.
Why are you saying such things? I can't believe that you don't want to start things over with me. I thought that you would still love me even after all this time.
Ew, no way, James. Please stop saying such things. It's so disgusting. While making those sort of statements, you think that you can just contact me and walk back into my life as if nothing has happened? It's unbelievable. I've had enough of this drama. And I'm busy, so that's about all I have to say.
Huh? Why are you busy?
I can't do anything more for you. I refuse to. Find the right girl on your own. I don't want to be with you. Well, there might not be any woman on this earth who would be a perfect match with you.
How could you say something like that to me? And you thought I was cruel? Don't you like me anymore?
Naturally, I don't from the messages I sent you. You're a garbage of an ex-husband.
Are you still working?
What's that got to do with anything we've talked about?
You're on a good income, aren't you? It doesn't matter if I'm unemployed and we're together, right?
I'm not surprised at this. I'm not going to take you in just because you don't have a job. What am I supposed to do about you not having any money? I can't believe what you were trying to pull out of a hat to try and get with me again. I'm busy with my own life here and you're a complete stranger to me. I don't want to be anywhere near you.
But we have a child together, Janet. I'm that kid's parent too, you know. We should be raising this child together, as a family.
You have no rights to this child, James. Did you forget that you gave up on all rights to the child when we got divorced? Rather, that you didn't even recognize the child as your own. I had to do the complicated matter of submitting a birth certificate and divorce papers at the same time. It was such a hassle, especially with how I was feeling at the time. But somehow, it all worked out, and you have no rights to my daughter. After that, I got married again, and now my husband has adopted my daughter as his own.
Excuse me? She's got a new father? Why did you get remarried without my permission? How come you didn't tell me?
Why do I have to tell you something like that?
Maybe it's because you're my ex-wife?
That's exactly right. You're a stranger to me, and it's not right for you to say that. So, with that, I would like to claim back the money that you stole from me before, please.
What are you talking about? What money I stole?
I don't know how someone can forget about stolen money. Even if the person who hurt you forgets, the person who got hurt always remembers. That's what we need to deal with now. I won't forgive you for what you've done to me, and I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I won't forgive you unless you stop causing trouble with my parents and with my little family.
Janet, please don't be like this. I want to start over again with you. I want to fix the mistake I made 2 years ago. I'll do my best to improve things between us. Let's move forward in life together.
I refuse to do all of those things with you. I have no intention of starting over with someone who has failed me once before. I'm really happy now. Getting a divorce from you was one of the best decisions of my life. Ha ha.
And that's that with me? What did I even do that was so utterly terrible? At least can you lend me some money? Do I have to visit your parents' house again?
Fine. If you're really going to be that way, I'll tell my parents the next time you come round to theirs so that they can go to the police.
What? You're involving the police now? You're not going to do that to your ex-husband, are you?
It's up to me what I decide to do, and that's what I'll do to keep you away from me and my family. I'm completely cutting ties with you, James. Don't expect anything from me. I don't want to be bothered again in the future, and I never want to see your pathetic face ever again. If you're going to say something more troubling than this, then we're going to take some serious measures against you. You better remember that.
Now hold up a minute. You're taking what serious measures against your own ex-husband?
Just so you know, my husband's a lawyer. So if you do anything that pushes my limit, my husband could get involved, you see? If you don't want that to happen, then I would just live a quiet life while you look on your sad and pathetic reality. See you later, you piece of crap! You know how you used to call me an old hag? You're old enough now to be called a miserable old man. Well, more like a poor, lonely, and miserable old man. You make me sick just by having to interact with you on a phone. Don't contact me ever again! In the end, James finished the conversation without saying anything back in response to Janet's messages. He wanted to do more about it and even went to her parents' house. He was reported for harassing them to the police and taken away. Until now, it seems that he's gone underground, so with that, her parents were able to find a secure place to live away from harassment. It seems that he was sent to a sketchy factory, as it were. He paid the debts that he owed. It seems that every day his day started with working really hard. He might be able to rehabilitate from this? Janet is living a happy life every day with her cute little daughter and her kind and gentle second husband. It seems that their daily life has become quite different since James was out of their lives. Naturally, that's good news for this cute little family unit.